Well, Trent, I tell you, looking around, this is the segment that speaks to the majority of Australians, family cars.
Absolutely, mate. The reason I love this segment is because buyers who are buying these cars buy them because they have to. They're not just running out and buying a new car because they want one. They have to spend their dollars wisely.
We've got 5 category winners here: functionality, form, bit of style, the word hybrid, but let's call it out. Squid Game's not the biggest thing out of Korea this summer, mate. Korea.
Yeah.
Like, this is showing that Kia and Hyundai really understand what Australian families want.
Absolutely. Family cars, very important to a huge number of Australian new car buyers.
You can't talk about family motoring without mentioning the Kia Carnival, back for its 5th time as a Drive Car of the Year category award winner, as the best large family car under $80,000. From its power sliding doors to new hybrid options, the Carnival has all the space and practicality you could ever want from a family car that delivers on the brief with zero compromises. The Carnival isn't the only people mover in the 2025 Drive Car of the Year lineup either. The winner of the best family electric vehicle under $100,000 is the new Volkswagen ID Buzz. Possibly the coolest car to ever grace the school run, the ID Buzz is essentially an electric combi van, both in form and spirit. Practical, well-featured, and available in fun colours and styles, the ID Buzz makes family motoring cool for a whole new generation. For SUV buyers, the best medium SUV under $50,000 is the Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. This is the most hotly contested and popular buyer segment in the country. And the new Tucson delivers a treat with effortless and efficient hybrid power, a range of well-integrated safety and technology features wrapped in a stylish and practical mid-size SUV body. Moving things up a notch, the best medium SUV under $80,000 is a car that gives buyers just that little bit more, the updated Genesis GV70. Style, inside and out, is the primary focus of the Genesis, with presence, quality and impressive material choice throughout. Plus, there's a stack of room for rear passengers, showing that you don't have to forgo functionality to look good. You can still look good with the whole family too in the new Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid, winner of the best large SUV under $80,000 as well as the overall 2025 Drive Car of the Year award. The stylish, modern retro design, tremendously practical 3-row interior and effortless hybrid drivetrain make the new Santa Fe a winner on all fronts. This is the perfect car for growing families in a package that simply ticks all the boxes for what new family car buyers want in 2025. Well, the winner of the 2025 Drive Car of the Year Best Medium SUV under $80,000, Trent, this is the Genesis GV70. And I tell you what, driving this around, is it a Bentley? Is it an Aston Martin?
Yeah.
That winged logo and this awesome style kind of throws a lot of people. But I tell you what, you get a lot of car for your money here.
Absolutely. Incredible build quality, beautiful execution of the cabin, the fit, the finish, the choice of materials. We always said that it was going to be difficult for any manufacturer to take the fight to Lexus, but I think Genesis has done that. And the other thing as well, this is fun to drive.
Yeah.
It's a really enjoyable SUV to drive.
A lot of value, a lot of kind of special touches on the Genesis, definitely something that more people need to pay more attention to.
Absolutely, and don't forget 5 years free servicing with the GV70 as well, so you're getting value for money in a stylish package. It's a worthy winner. Genesis GV70, what an impressive offering, especially from here inside the cabin. Have a look at how premium, not just the choice of materials are, but the fit and the finish and the level of detail. Even that Genesis badge there inside the steering wheel, absolutely beautiful. The control center here, the switch gear, the dial for the gear shifter, steering wheel controls, they all have that Hyundai signature sense of usability and practicality, but lifted up a number of notches as you'd expect in a Genesis. Just really well laid out and beautifully executed. And of course, the other factor that the judges noted, in the second row, you've actually got room with space that you wouldn't expect from a vehicle of this size. It's a worthy winner in this segment. Refined, powerful, incredible ride comfort. We could say that's the Genesis GV70 summed up in 3 words and finish the review right there. But we need to give you a little bit more information, and we'll do exactly that. Now, if you're looking at this segment and you're a luxury buyer, what you probably also need is some flexibility in terms of space inside the cabin, and this will work for growing families. But this just does the daily duties so effortlessly with a real sense of luxury and refinement. No matter what road you're on or what speed you're doing, it's always quiet and refined here inside the cabin. But I think it's the sporty and deceptively powerful way that the GV70 gets about its work that is the most surprising element. You probably don't expect it to be as fun to drive and as sporty as the GV70 is, but this really does have a sporting heart. And when you add to that, that it can handle, as well as it does, but it can handle bumps and poor road surfaces as effortlessly as it does. I think Genesis has done an amazing job across their range, but the GV70 is probably the new poster child for the best vehicle in the Genesis range.
Well, the winner of the 2025 Drive Car of the Year Best Large SUV under $80,000 is the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid. And I tell you what, Trent, you get so much car under $80,000, so much so that this is the entry-level specification.
Yeah, have a look at it. This is the entry grade, the most affordable, and what the judges love the most about the Santa Fe, Wardy, is that you can get every version as a hybrid. That's key. Incredibly good value for money, and Australians are buying large SUVs. This is what family buyers want.
Look, I think so, and the way that this car, it stands out from the crowd. You've got some really unique styling, very practical interior, lots to like about this thing. So I think if you are in the market for a large SUV, you've never had a better option than the new Santa Fe.
The most impressive thing about the Hyundai Santa Fe is not necessarily its hybrid drivetrain, which is excellent and incredibly efficient. The fact for the judges that you can get a really high quality Santa Fe even at the entry grade point of the model range. Now that is what we're sitting in here. This is the most affordable Hyundai Santa Fe, and look at the cabin. It really doesn't look like you're missing out on anything at all. Sure, you don't have premium leather trim and heated and ventilated seats, but for a lot of you, you don't need that. The fact that you get the same fantastic screens, the same control center, easy to use functionality and plenty of storage will be enough. Once again, smart place for wireless charging right there. You've got a non-charging pad on the left. They're rubberized so the phone won't slide all over the place. USB-C ports there, cup holders here, and because you don't have a gear shifter, those cup or bottle holders are completely out of the way. They don't get in the way. Large storage here with some sectionality down there. There's just storage and clever ergonomics is the best way to put it everywhere that you look inside the cabin. And this has heaps of room in the second row, obviously, as well. So if you need a large SUV for the family, but you're on a budget that doesn't allow you to stretch to the more expensive models in the range, the base grade, the entry grade, the most affordable, however you want to say it, Hyundai Santa Fe is still an excellent large SUV.
While the new Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid cuts a stylish figure inside and out, its key talents lie in carting around the family, both in town and out on the open road. A closed-loop hybrid system means you don't need a plug, and that meeting the mid 5 litre per 100 kilometre fuel consumption claim is effortlessly possible on the usual urban start-stop journey. Under load, the petrol engine and hybrid system work together to offer a combined output of 172 kilowatts and 367 newton meters, more than enough to manage high-speed touring and overtaking tasks with the full crew on board. There's a stack of assistance and safety technology, plus loads of practical storage and functional features to keep the family happy on all manner of driving adventures. It's these capabilities and more that saw Drive judges unanimously award the Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid as the overall 2025 Drive Car of the Year. Well, here we are, Trent. This is the most popular sales category of any new car in Australia. Medium-sized SUV, the best medium-sized SUV priced under $50,000 is the new Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. And under 50 grand for this car, what a deal.
Yeah, absolutely. The judges really crunched the numbers very carefully in this segment because Australian new car private buyers this is the battleground. Medium SUVs, this is the sort of vehicle that Australians want, family buyers want, and the fact that you can now get the Tucson as a hybrid across the range as a credible alternative to a Toyota RAV4, we didn't think we would see that as quickly as Hyundai's managed to deliver it.
That's the key right there. The work that Hyundai has done in the update to the Tucson has made it feel so much more complete as a car. You don't have to think about it as you drive, you don't have to think about it charging, really effortless fuel economy on this car. And in the N-Line kit, it looks pretty good too.
And on that point, don't forget, if your budget doesn't stretch to a more expensive variant, the entry grade Tucson is still a fantastic package. Medium SUV, this is where it's at. You're buying a medium SUV, and that is the battleground for Australian families. You want to feel like you've got value for money, and you are certainly going to get that if you buy a Hyundai Tucson. We know all about the driving dynamics and the hybrid drivetrain and how efficient it is, but look here inside the cabin. Wireless charging, really neat arrangement of the controls, a lot of storage. If you don't want to charge your phone here, you whack it down there, it's out of the way. You've got USB-C inputs, premium screens, touchscreen infotainment, interactive driver display, neat control system here, more storage up there, another mobile phone shelf for passengers. If you are buying on a budget, even if you're in a more expensive segment like medium SUVs, you still want to feel like you've got incredible value for money, and Hyundai Tucson absolutely gives you that.
The Hyundai Tucson's 172 kilowatt and 367 newton metre combined petrol-electric output makes it perfectly suited to urban driving in being both zippy off the mark and efficient at travelling speeds. The hybrid system will use the battery in the majority of low-speed situations, and you can alter the regeneration settings on the fly to keep things charged. It's comfortable on mixed surfaces and handles touring just as well as it can a slow urban commute. Plus, our driving tests found it easy to meet the mid 5 litre per 100 kilometre fuel consumption claim with ease. Well, Trent, I tell you what, the coolest car in the 2025 Drive Car of the Year field, the winner of the best family electric car under $100,000, the new electric combi, the Volkswagen ID Buzz. How awesome is this thing?
Looks unreal, mate. And as a former split-screen combi owner myself, this melts my heart a little bit. I love it. It is cool, as you said. I think what's most important about this vehicle this year is that we always say a proper people mover beats a 3-row SUV for family buyers. Now you've got a fully electric alternative.
Look, and I think the thing is here, all of a sudden, if you say you're driving a van, I don't know, this makes it cool. This is going to turn heads around town.
That's right.
Exactly as you say, in a car that was designed with practicality and functionality at the forefront. So really cool winner here, the all-electric Volkswagen ID Buzz.
The Drive Charging team says time and time again that a people mover trumps a 3-row SUV when it comes to moving your family around, and now with the Volkswagen ID Buzz, you have a credible electric alternative. The cabin is as cool and functional as interesting as the exterior styling is. There's plenty of room, there's plenty of storage, and I think that's key for parents who buy this vehicle and need to move their kids around regularly. You can remove this center console altogether, for example. It's got heaps of storage in it. You've got storage here, cup holders that fold up out of the way when you don't need them. Multiple shelves, places to put phones and wallets, and that carries on through the second and third row. And then crucially, behind the third row, if you've got all 3 rows in use, you still have luggage space as well. Very useful. The other point to note here inside the cabin is the tech. The driver's display works really well, moves up and down with the steering wheel, so the steering wheel never gets in the way of the information there. Means you don't need a head-up display because that has been designed really well and easy to use. The steering wheel controls, they have that haptic functionality, pretty easy to get your head around, and then the big center screen controls all of the infotainment system. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto works really well, but again, to reiterate, the most important thing about the cabin and the user friendliness for family buyers is that it's as functional in here as it is stylish outside.
It may draw on the design and character of a classic Volkswagen combi, but the ID Buzz is a thoroughly modern motoring solution. Powered by an 86 kilowatt-hour battery and 210 kilowatt electric motor, the ID Buzz offers effortless performance around town and can return over 400 kilometres of driving range. It handles well enough for such a big car and is sure to put a smile on the face of those inside and outside the car wherever you go.
Well, we've said it for some time now, but we call the Kia Carnival, the judges that is, the answer. Because this is the answer to every Australian family's needs, and as such, it's the best Australian family car under $80,000.
But absolutely, for 5 years running, which is the entirety of this generation of Kia Carnival, which is now available as a hybrid, which is what we want everyone to be starting to look at, it just doesn't do anything wrong. Tremendous value, amazing practicality and functionality, a new look for 2025. I tell you what, there is a reason that this is the answer to family car buyers.
Absolutely. We've seen figures as low as mid 5 litres per 100 kilometres in testing. It's efficient. It's got everything you want. The Kia Carnival just keeps winning. Now, as good as the Kia Carnival is to drive, and as much as it doesn't look like a people mover, which is why so many people want to buy one, most of the things that are good about the Kia Carnival are right here inside the cabin. First of all, there's the real simplicity of Kia switchgear. Fantastic infotainment, screens that make sense, switches on the steering wheel that are not hard to work out and that work as you expect them to. This double decker, which is a 2-layer control system that goes from the heating and ventilation controls, and you press a button and then it goes to audio and infotainment. Genius. And then of course, the touchscreen functionality there is fantastic. The dial that's used to shift gears really cleans up that center section of the center console. Clever storage for your mobile phone, so they're not flying all over the place. You just put it in there, that's wireless charging. The one next to it will hold it in place. A big center console bin that's useful. Cup holders, bottle holders, USBs, there's stuff everywhere throughout this cabin that makes sense for family buyers. Then of course you get through to the second and third row. Sliding doors. How many times have you said to your kids, don't open the door, you're going to hit the car next to you? Don't have to worry about it. Into the third row, you've got proper room, and then you still have luggage space behind the third row. How many 3-row SUVs, when you've got that third row in use, you've got this much luggage space? We keep saying it, what's not to like about the Kia Carnival? Now, you're going to hear the term repeat winner a few times during this year's Drive Car of the Year awards, but the gold standard for repeat winners is this vehicle I'm driving right now, the Kia Carnival. This vehicle is the answer to every family's needs. It's huge internally, despite not being massive on the outside. It's big, but it's not massive. And this is a really good vehicle to drive. It doesn't feel like a bus at all when you're behind the wheel. And I think that's a big, big thing for family buyers. Now, the diesel engine in the Carnival always impressed for its efficiency, but this new hybrid petrol is almost ridiculous. It's that efficient. We've seen as low as mid 5 litres per 100 kilometre returns during testing. It's comfortable, it's quiet, it's refined, and it's easy to get in and out of. The visibility is fantastic. You've got huge windows so that you can get a lot of air through the cabin if you want to. It just makes so much sense for family buyers simply because it's so functional and it's so good at so many different things.
What do you think of our best family cars in the 2025 Drive Car of the Year awards? Can we all agree that people movers are cool again? If you want to know more about any of these winners, particularly the Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid, watch the winner video here or head on over to the Car of the Year hub at Drive.com.au.